lads and lasses, I'm Eccentric Racer, and yes, I am back on Forza Motorsport 4, continuing on the King of the Mountain. Last car I was four-wheel drive was this, the 2010 Nissan Skyline Gtr, a car that really surprised me. Considering I didn't think it would do that well. The power to weight and the starter one and whatnot weren't the greatest. 479 horsepower, 3,700 pounds. You know, that's over a ton and a half for 479 horsepower. That's not a lot, but the car really did surprise me with just how well it would tackle Fukimi Kaido. So, of course, next we've got to take another four-wheel drive car, and this one is going to be a lot different from basically an R35, because we're going in a Volvo. We're going in an S60R. I'll eventually get there. Also, I do apologise if I sound a little bit weird. I've now finally got a chair that's a little bit more comfortable than that stool that's over there. But it's a bit squeaky, so I do apologise if you hear me squeak or if my voice isn't that great. So yes, that's what we're going to be taking up, this Volvo S60. I really don't know how this is going to fare. Because, well, my theories have been absolutely wrong all over the place. So, really, we'll have to wait and see how this does. I'm hoping, though, that it'll be pretty damn good. Because, well, it's a Volvo. I do like it. Now, of course, I've already got the body kit on it. It's actually quite a nice little body kit. I do quite like the VST or T front bumper. I'll eventually get there. Of course, I can't stick on race front aero. We've got the race rear wing, the rear bumper. That's the chair going. It's got some interesting body kit modifications. See, that's not too bad actually. That's a little bit. I don't know. But I'm going to stick with the Volvo as that as well. Yeah, it's just a all around pretty nice body kit. So let's get into the into the thick of things. Already, this car starts off lighter than that R35, so that's something at least. So let's stick on the heaviest wheels. Actually, before I do, I'm going to remove all upgrades just to make sure that I didn't add any power onto it, which I didn't, so that's good. Right, okay, so stick that back on. Right, in case we can't get... Okay, we're stuck with the standard engine. Right, okay. That's something to keep note. The gearbox I'll come back to. Diff, 100% going to go in. Brakes, I'm going to want them. I'm going to want the rear suspension. Rear ARBs. What's this looking? It's looking fine. It doesn't look like I need the roll cage, so that's good at least. Weight-wise, so cut starts off at, well, because I've put the modifications on, it starts just under 3,700 pounds. I can go down to under 3,000 pounds. Oh, that's that chair. 2,900. I think really, I'm gonna want acceleration. That's the thing with Fukimi. Sorry, that's the thing with Fukimi Kaido. I do want a lot of acceleration for the car. So a little cutout for in case it was a full exhaust. This as well. That's nice. Yeah, I'm gonna go with race weight reduction. Now it's time to add the power. Exhaust, you're going on. Valves, I want all the things that make the car lighter. Currently at that. Ooh, okay. We're not jumping up in PI by quite a lot. Ah, there we go. Camshafts were needed. 663. I think that's practically all the power parts on. 669. Yeah, it is. Ooh, okay. That's something interesting. 673. Gearbox, how are you going to help? 682. 684. 689. Are you going to help? Not really. I do want to keep it around £2,800. Really, the only thing I can do is put on lighter wheels and well, I'm going to need the PI. So, really, let's do that. I'm going to go to... Where's the one light ones I really like? These aren't too bad. I'll stick these on. Yeah, sure. They'll reduce the weight by about 40 pounds, which is always nice. So the car's weighing under... well, it's a lot lighter, sorry, than the Skyline, with 2,700 pounds this time. Ooh, yeah, this chair's really squeaky. Oh well, it's comfier, at least. Balls. Right. Is it worth it? 15... What's that? 15 horsepower for... That is £34. I'm not too convinced, to be honest. Yeah, that's 7 horsepower, but... I don't really know. I think it seems to improve the acceleration, so we'll go with that. Well, 699. So, there we are. Yeah, this is a really squeaky chair. You're gonna hear a lot of squeaking, I imagine, but, sorry. Really, you're gonna have to put up with it, because I'm now more comfortable. So, there we are. Right, okay, so here we are. This is the S60 build, with 491 horsepower, 2,800 pounds, so it is lighter than the R35 that went last time of the 4-wheel drive cars. We're looking at 265s at the front. Yeah, 265s all around. Okay, so they're okay-ish wheel sizes. They're not the biggest amounts, but you know, can't really complain too much with 265s, because of course it is 4-wheel drive, so it might help. Well, it should be alright dealing with the power, because, well, like I said, it's not got ridiculous amounts, so we'll have to wait and see how it does against Fukimi Kaido. Alright, here we are at the base of Fukimi Kaido, going to be having 3 attempts to send the Volvo up the mountain as quickly as possible, the new hill climb course. Our current leader, the Ford RS200 with a 431.8. The Volvo, I don't think it will get to that. I apologise about the squeaking. I'm hoping that might be a little bit better than the last car that went, the 2010 Skyline with a 436.5, because, well, it has more power and is lighter, so I'm hoping for good things. Like I said, 265s all around isn't the worst. I'm just hoping that it'll be able to deliver all of that 490 horsepower relatively well. So, there's only one way to find out, and that's to drive the thing. Let's give this a drive. Oh, I do love the sound of the Volvo. Like, it has been so long. I do miss the Volvos. Ooh, okay, this is the interesting gearbox. That's a pretty long first gear. Doesn't really struggle too much off the line, however. Through the corners, it is looking like it is driving nicely so far. I have to short shift a little bit. I will eventually learn how to do words properly. Let's get it round this sort of hairpin and boot it towards the red S's. See what the acceleration is like. We're looking at 96 miles an hour. So it's actually not that good, actually, when it comes to acceleration. 96 is one of the lower speeds we've gotten over that little crest, especially when some of the cars were putting out, I think about 103 miles an hour was what one of them got. I have a feeling it was like the Mustang Boss or the little Lotus. So we'll have to see where this car finds its strong point. So far though, it is actually really nice to drive. That was completely my fault there. I was expecting a little bit more understeer, but there actually really isn't a lot. Not the usual 4-wheel drive antics is letting this car down. It actually really does swivel into the corner nicely. Yeah, I am really I'm really being too cautious with the car. That's definitely good to know. Through this high-speed corner, it's a little bit sluggish getting turned in there. Got to really drop it into first gear because the gears actually really damn short, but hopefully should be able to punch it out of the 4 hairpins, and it is indeed doing that nicely. Let's keep it in the power band a little bit better, because of course this car is turbocharged, so I don't really want to cause turbo lag, especially with the gears this long. That can cause big issues. Right, let's see what we're going to be through the river chicane. 100 and yeah, accelerates to about 113 at the end, but of course it is flat out, so that is very good to know. Just ease onto the power, let the car drag itself wide before kissing the apex. 50% hairpin now. Oh, I turned in possibly a little bit too early there. Expecting the understeer, so really I can take a lot of speed with this thing. Right, okay, let's head into the second tunnel now. It does sound so good, this car. I really can't help it, really. I just love the Volvos. I mean, to be honest, hell, I've been looking at some of the Volvos as a car to replace my current one. There we go, get it into second. Gonna have to really think about what gear I'm in a little bit more throughout some of these corners. It's slam on the brakes now. Yep, put it into first up towards the waterfall car park. Get it through the double left-handers here. Ooh, front end just letting it go a little bit. However, get it all nice and recollected. And there we are through the next couple of corners. I might want to drop into first. Not really, it is fine. Hanging in second gear there. Let's punch it now through this corner. Got to then let it go wide before tucking it back in towards the next part of the corner, letting the back end drop out just a little bit. Hopefully that will get the front end swung in, getting nicely through these couple of corners, so definitely can be a lot more aggressive with this car. So let's see what is the acceleration like as we head up towards this long straight. See what speed we're going to get into third gear. Going to be hitting 100 miles an hour now. Of course, the four-wheel drive cars being a little bit slower up here than the rear-wheel drive cars. We're looking at 127 miles an hour, which for a four-wheel drive car I don't think is too bad. I think it's definitely on the slower end. A lot of the cars, even some of the four-wheel drive cars, were getting well past 140 miles an hour. So yeah, there's definitely not on the lower end of acceleration, but nothing too bad. Just one more corner to go with this really dodgy one. Let's have a look. What time are we looking at? A 436.5 dead. That, considering the run was really bad, that is very, very good. That already beats the Skyline on just its first run. It is, what, 436.5? That it is 0.33 seconds faster on a terrible run. I knew this car would be quicker than the Skyline. I really did. So that is extremely good news. We're looking at 435s, squeakies, possibly even 434s. 433 might be a little bit of a push, getting a 433, but I think definitely a 435 is doable. Possibly a 434 if I get the run spot on. Which, see if I can do that for run 2. Get a nice little bit of wheel spin. Get it into second gear. Yeah, that first gear is really long, but it kind of helps it in a way if the gears are this long, because it helps me, because it's kind of then I can just put it into the lower gear to launch it out the corner. I don't really need to be thinking about, oh god, is this a first gear corner, is this a second gear corner? When I look at the speedometer, I know that the gears are fairly long, so it's got a little bit of safety in that. Again, about 97 miles an hour. Let's get it through these multi-apex, this never-ending left-hander here. Definitely carry some speed. I can feel the rear ends letting go just a little bit. There we go, a little bit of just the neutral steer a little bit there. Clip the wall on the inside there. Let's try and get this corner correct though. Gonna hang it wide and then tuck it in. There we go, not pinging off the walls this time. That should save us a good chunk of time. be a little bit more aggressive with the brakes, because I know that the car can deal with it just fine and punch out the corners. Especially, that was a little bit too early on the brakes. Just felt the car letting go a little bit. So I've got to be smart about driving it, because whilst it's got actually a nice amount of grip, the higher speed stuff, it's not got the hugest levels of grip with the relatively skinnier tyres. Well, with the, yeah, they're not the widest of tyres, so you know, I've got to keep that into consideration. But definitely the lower speed stuff, I feel about having on power understeer. I really don't need to. I really don't. It just deals with it so efficiently and just so excellent as well. Right, let's get it through the river chicane, keeping it flat out, as that's what we like to see. That's going to be conducive of good times if we can take that river chicane flat out. Got to try and get through these couple of corners now up towards the 50% hairpin. Brake a little bit later, turn a little bit later, get on the power nice and early. Much better this time out, definitely much better. Just a small dab on the brakes and a little bit of lifting as well to get through that right-hander there before the second tunnel. There we go. This just is so goddamn nice to drive. It really is. Ooh, gotta be careful though, because the car will let go at certain points. I got that double apex, that double right-hander a little bit wrong there. Oh, the car's dragging itself wide. Come on now. Need to focus up a little bit. Get this run much better up towards the waterfall car park now. Get it through this double left-hander. There we go. Nicely done. The entire car keeping its grip, but it's going to let go a little bit through the next corner. Oh, that's a lot of understeer there. Got to put in the first gear, try and get the car turning in. Come on now, on the power more. Gonna keep it wide so I can try and tuck it in. Oh, that was a little bit too much. This Volvo's definitely taken a little bit of a battering this run, but I'm hoping that earlier on it's still going to be setting a better time. Oh yeah, I think I've definitely gotten worse at this run here. Also, that worse is not a word, but it is now. Right, okay, come on. Need to really improve on it now, especially for the third run, the third and final run. Come on, Volvo. Well, however, merely the Volvo is doing a valiant job. It's me that's not driving at a great 126 this time. Probably a little bit too early on the brakes, but I don't want to leave it too late, because that is actually a pretty easy corner to overshoot. I'm getting on the power too early, trying to push the Volvo a little bit too hard. Really is a battle scarred, this one, especially this run. But we're going to be able to do anything a little bit better? Probably not, but I'm hoping so. Just one more corner to go. We've got to see. Yeah, we need to definitely improve that time, but it is faster. A 4:35.551. So it has gotten into the 35s, like I reckon it did after that first run, but it still was nowhere near perfect. There's still time to be saved, and there's definitely times where I'm too tentative and then too aggressive at the same time. Need to find that happy medium for the final run. This could probably get a 4:34. Really, this could get a 4:34. Just need to find just little specks of time. So, that way me, we can do this. Let's get a good launch. Here we go. Nicely off the line into second gear. Let's get turn one. There we go. Let the car run wide a little bit. Over the small crest there, through the first tunnel. Get it into fourth gear. Probably shifting a little bit too early there, but there's probably still a little bit more power available in the power band, but you know, it doesn't harm too much to short shift that little bit too early compared to losing a lot of power. 97 miles an hour there over the crest. Just got to get the car tucked in. There we go. Don't want to be bouncing it off the walls. Got to really focus now. That's why I ran wide and clip the wall. Not this time. I've learnt my lesson. Got to Try and get it through this awkward right-hander. Car letting go a little bit, but it is all still under control. Oh, careful now. That's we've still got through there all right. The car a little bit dodgy for me. I was thinking I'd be crashing into the into that wall, so I took off some steering, and the car sort of showed that didn't like it, so I understeered and I hit the wall on the inside again. Yeah, this Volvo is definitely taking a little bit of battering, but it is a Volvo. It should be surviving all of this. You know, they are Swedish tanks, so there is that. Get it through the 4 hairpins now, put it in the first gear, punch it out of there, and then slam on the brakes. Oh, I locked them a little bit. That's probably going to cost me a little bit of time. Leave it in first gear for the final one, and then boot on the power now. There we go. Let's see, try and get a little bit more speed through this left-hander, understeering a little bit. Let's see though, through the river chicane. Yeah, I probably lost a little bit of speed because of that understeer, but we are still able to take it flat out, run it wide, and then tuck it in. That's not good enough. I'm now all over the place. However, me, sort it out. We are halfway there, 50% hairpin. So definitely need to get this much better for the final sector. Through the second tunnel now, braking a little bit too early, being a little bit too aggressive yet again. Right, let's get this corner a little. That's more like it. That's better. Now this corner here, don't let it run too wide, which I turned off the steering lock. How me? Come on. I'm doing this so badly. I don't know what's happened, but need to sort it out. Like, waterfall car park better this time. Really is tucking in to these corners. Leave it in second. Yep, and then punch out. That's like it. That's really good. Come on now. We got this Volvo. That's better. Hang it right and then tuck it in for the next one. There we go. Get on the power a little bit too early, I reckon. This is probably a slower run. All let down by me. Let's definitely sort this one out though. Try and get it sorted for the last couple of corners. Punch it early. Come on, Volvo. And me at the same time, because I've definitely let this Volvo down. Really have let this Volvo down. Let's see, what speed are we doing? 127. I'm gonna slam on the brakes. Yeah, that was actually way too early. 127. Can definitely take it. Can definitely drag it up to 128, possibly even 129 miles an hour before having to slam on the brakes. Oh, I'm getting this all out of shape. Really am getting this all out of shape. Just a couple more corners to go. I do massively apologise, Volvo. None of this is your fault. All of this is mine. Come on, though. On the final corner. It's a 433. It is a 433.984. I thought I wouldn't be doing that, and it did. And that was still a really dodgy run. Ooh. That could probably have taken the top 3. That really could have taken the top 3. But I let the car down. Really have let the car down. I'm going to have the chair squeaks of disappointment. But it is going to land the car in a 4th place with a 433.984. This is a good car. This is a really damn good car. Let down, like I said, by me. Really did. But even with all of that, that is a incredibly respectable time. It was nothing to sniff at all. Yeah, that could honestly get someone that's a little bit more competent than me, and you could be looking at, considering that car was practically maxed out to S-Class, sorry. I reckon that could be a top 3 car. That could have more than likely been top 3. But, alas, it is not. You know, the rules are I can only give the car 3 runs, sorry. And, well, that's it. It's going to land right there. That way fun. Thank you. Well, there we are. That's going to be it from me. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, I'll be highly appreciative. If you did the stuff the YouTube algorithm likes. There we go. I'll get that sentence correctly. There'll be a link in the description to join my Discord in case you want to suggest a car, or leave it in the comments as well if you want to suggest a car for this series. Or if you want to join Discord to say hello to me, that's up to you. However, that's going to be it from me, and until next time, ciao for now.